Good evening. Today we're going to go over how to change students' grades for assignments they've already completed in Sophia. In order to begin the grade change process, you can go ahead and click on the View Progress to get access to the Sophia gradebook. Now, once you've got access to the Sophia gradebook, you will then see all the assignments that you have on the top, and on the left, you're going to see all the students that are in the course. You can open it up to additional records per page by clicking 100. And additionally, you can search for students. And there you can isolate a particular student and conduct any sort of change of their grades. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead, we're going to find a student with an assignment. So here's one right here. And so we'll go ahead, we're going to click on this grade. Now once you click on that assignment, you now get the grade detail page. And the grade detail page is going to show us what the student answered on each particular question. So we can see what the answer was there, what the correct response was, but the student didn't have a correct response there. And we can go here where the student was in fact correct. And we can see there. Now this is a good example. The student actually wasn't correct here, but the grade was marked as correct because if the student actually visits the question, answers the question, and gets the question wrong, you can view what the student had on the question. Additionally, let's say the student did in fact put the wrong answer here. That could have been as a result of a typo or some minor element that the student got wrong at the end of their calculation. If the student has shown any work, and if you attached a show your work to that assignment, you would be able to click on the show your work and you'd be able to look at the student's work and then make your decision. Now let's just go into how to change that grade. So for this one, we're going to change the student's grade. So I'm going to go ahead, and if you notice, as soon as I started to make that change, I'm informed what the new score for the assignment would be. Okay, so right there, if I say I want to give the student 1 point, obviously it's going to be 2 points out of 10, giving them a 20% score. If I want to give the student 2 points, it'll be 30%. If I wanted to give the student 5 points, it'll be 60% just there off of that one particular question. So just like that, you can actually edit the scores. You know, the students may have various issues. And the good thing is, remember, if a student says, hey, I did this question correctly and I got it wrong, then all you have to do is view the question and send the question back to the student, have the student, they could write it down and, send you a picture of it. And then if the student actually correctly gets the answer, you can hop right in here and you can make any changes. And that goes, the students, you may find they say, oh, this happened, that happened. There are many things that can happen. You can always have the power to change that grade. And when you change that grade and you save it, so we're going to do that here. Right, and you go to the Canvas gradebook and you look at the student's performance on that assignment. That's going to write directly back, as you can see here. It's written right back to the Canvas gradebook. So again, as the instructor, you just need to go into Sophia. You need to click on View Progress. And then when the View Progress page loads, you can click on the actual assignment. Once it'll have a number when the assignment's turned in, and then you can click and make edits, and those are only edits to questions that the student has visited and attempted. If the student did visit, didn't attempt, you won't be able to edit those. Okay, and you will automatically and dynamically have the score updated for the student. And you can always view the question, and then if there is show your work attached, you will be able to view the show your work. Lastly, we'll just go over viewing a student's progress while they're in an assignment. So while a student's working on an assignment, you can click you'll see the 0 and you'll see IP. IP stands for in progress. So you can go ahead and you can click IP. And once you do that, you'll be able to actually preview what's going on in the actual iteration of the assignment that that particular student has. So if this student had answered any questions, you'd be able to see what was right, what was wrong, and you'd just be able to see, or if they said, hey, I have a problem with a particular question, you'd be able to look at that question. Now, of course, if a student reports an issue with a particular question, or if they have an issue with a particular question, the student can always click the Email My Professor button. And we'll just quickly just take a look at that button here. Let's see here. So here we have an example. So if I'm a student and I have a problem on this question, something didn't go right on this question, I can click Email Your Instructor, and you will get an actual link to this question, and that link is going to include the student's input, so you, the instructor, can see any issues that are going on. So that concludes how to edit and update student grades, as well as how to view students' assignments in progress, as well as how students can email you on particular issues they have with a question. Thank you very much.